Starks, a fighter you can trust.
Get clear, accurate stories that don't waste your time at WJBF.com.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 5, celebrating Founders Day.
How the News Channel 6 family gave back today, as your News at 5 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery.
And I'm Brad Means. We thank you for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with our parent company, Nexstar Media Group, celebrating 30 years since its founding.
Each year in June, Nexstar stations across the country spend one day giving back to the community. That day was today. Kim Vickers reports.
WJBF has been a Nexstar station for nearly 9 years, and every year we participate in the Founders Day of Caring by choosing one nonprofit to donate to and volunteer for. This year, it's Fisher House.
Obviously, the CSRA has a ton of veteran services, and sometimes those services are overlooked. And so we wanted to work with veterans specifically. We landed on the Fisher House just because of the work that they're doing.
Fisher House, founded in 1990 by Zachary and Elizabeth Fisher, is a nationwide initiative that offers free lodging for the families of veterans, allowing them to stay close while their loved one is hospitalized.
The families are going through so much, and we are a place where the families can come together, rest, and feel like they're in their own home.
WJBF works to give back to the community each month through Giving Your Best, but many feel that Founders Day stands out.
We look forward to this day every single year. It's a chance for the entire station to really pull together and help. It's an honor to be able to help an organization like the Fisher House because they do such great things in our community. So it's really just our way to do a very small part to be part of something much bigger.
It is very special to be a part of an organization that wants to give back and that wants to give us opportunities during our workday to go out in our community and give back. Obviously, as a news channel, we're out in the community every day, sometimes telling stories that don't have happy endings. So this is a great way to fill our emotional cup.
Deese says they depend on donations and volunteers to keep Fisher House going, and they were excited to be chosen as WJBF's focus for this year's Founders Day of Caring.
We're a 24-hour operation, and having a group like y'all come here to help us means the world to us. There's so many different things that go on here and so many areas that need attention, and we're just so grateful.
For more information on how to donate to or volunteer for Fisher House, just find this story at WJBF.com. In Augusta, Kim Vickers, WJBF News Channel 6.
Time now for a first check of the weather.
And for that, we want to check in with our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci.
Well, it is definitely toasty out there on this Friday, and some of us are getting the heat relief that we are craving, and that's all because of some pop-up showers and storms. So most of the CSRA is still dry, especially north of I-20, but you can see we do have this one spotty shower around the border of Richmond and Aiken County, right over Augusta Regional Airport. That was stronger earlier, bringing some heavy rain and gusty winds, but now that storm has weakened. I am keeping a close eye on this storm to the south of Midville. A few lightning strikes there, despite it being a very small cell, and then also in between Swainsboro and Twin City. Now over towards the east, we also have a stronger cell I'm watching around the border of Screven and Allendale counties. The town of Allendale also seeing some heavy rain and lightning, but this is our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview network. Not seeing any rain here. A mix of sun and clouds today with the hot temperatures. You can see the max temperatures so far today powered by Tempest actually showing 100 in downtown Augusta, 101 in North Augusta, but most places today have gotten up to around 94 to 98 degrees. Currently, we have cooled off a bit in Augusta because of that rain. 80 in Augusta, 81 in Allendale, but a lot of us still in those mid to upper 90s. 99 currently in Lincolnton with the heat index up to around 106. So it is definitely the hottest week we've had so far in 2026. Be sure to stay hydrated and stay inside tonight if you're headed out for some dinner plans. Mid 80s by 11 p.m. I'll have more on your weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Jenny.
Thank you, Jenna. Augusta University is helping introduce children to cybersecurity at an early age through its Viceroy Kids Camp. The week-long program teaches students coding, robotics, and internet safety. Jartavius Edmond is in the studio with more.
Thanks, Jenny. From coding to internet safety, kids at Augusta University Viceroy Camp are learning skills that organizers say can help them both now and in the future. The week-long camp for students between 4th and 8th grade taught the basics of coding, cyber ethics, and digital safety. Organizers say those lessons go beyond just technology, helping kids understand how to think through challenges and make smart decisions online. For some campers, the experience is already changing how they think about their own future.
Because in the world, there's going to be a lot of difficult things that you can't do. And I think you need to put your mind to it, and maybe you can do it.
Augusta University says even if these kids don't pursue cybersecurity careers, the skills they learned this week can still help them navigate the digital world more safely. Jenny, back to you.
Fabius Edmond tonight. Congressman Rick Allen hosting a military.
And we have the first heat wave of the year so far, with the heat index staying up to around 100 to 105 into the weekend. But then a wet pattern next week will bring some cooler temperatures. I'll have a look at the next 10 days when we return.
You can't always choose the weather, but you can choose your weather app. Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today.
I'm often asked, how'd you become the largest injury firm in the world? The answer is simple. We've won a lot. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan for the people.
At the Mike Costello Law Firm, we love kids. Unfortunately, a lot of our car wreck cases involve them as companions. Did you know car wrecks are the leading cause of death for children, often exacerbated by improper restraints? Buckle up those kids. Make sure you have up-to-date child seats, and please avoid distracted driving. I'm Mike Costello of the Mike Costello Law Firm. Make sure you take care of our kids and be safe out there.
Experience a rebel day afternoons at 3 on News Channel 6. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. Here's the latest on Live Viper 6 as we are still tracking some isolated showers and storms all to the south of I-20. We had some heavy rain and lightning around Augusta Regional Airport earlier. Now that cell is really starting to break apart. Just some very light rainfall there around the border of Richmond and Aiken counties. Also some rain around the border of Jenkins, Emmanuel, and Burke counties. Heavy rain over the town of Midville, and then some very heavy showers around the border of Allendale and Screven County, the town of Allendale, and up towards Barnwell. Also seeing some rain. But Aiken County, you're dry. This is our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam in downtown. We definitely have some cloud cover, and the clouds are keeping our temperatures a little bit cooler, though it was definitely a hot day, especially earlier. 80 degrees, feeling like 84 in Augusta, with a dew point in the mid-70s. Winds are coming out of the south up to around 10 miles per hour. So current temperatures across the area, 97 in Lincolnton, 96 in McCormick. So you can see it is definitely cooler in the places that are seeing those showers develop, but still muggy for all of us. And we have this disturbance here. That is what's bringing the showers and storms. And then I'm watching this cold front that'll come through this weekend, also increasing the rain chances as we go into our Saturday and Sunday. And we could use the rain because that would bring us some heat relief. You can see the heat index is still expected to be around 100 to 105 for your weekend. So please keep that in mind if you plan on spending some time outside. Tomorrow is going to be pretty much just as hot as today, with that high at 97, 95 on Saturday, with those rain chances increasing. So the heat index getting up to around 105 by the 2 o'clock hour, lasting through 4. But then, of course, if we do have one of those showers develop, that will cool us down, just like what we're witnessing right now in Augusta. I also want to point out that your car gets extremely hot when the air temperature is at 95 degrees, and of course we'll be up to 97 tomorrow. But with a 95 degree temperature outside, within 20 minutes your car is at 124 degrees, even within just 10 minutes 114. So this is the time of the year where you really need to check your back seat. Remember that roughly a third of child hot car deaths occur outside of the summer months, and I know it feels like summer right now with these scorching temperatures, but we're actually still 9 days away from the start of summer. That will be on June 21st, but we're actually going to see those temperatures go down a little bit. So we're having that first heat wave of the season right now, but then we drop into those lower 80s on Tuesday. That'll be nice. And then back to the low 90s around Thursday and Friday of next week. Rain chances in the forecast every day, especially on Tuesday. Rain chances up to 60%. You can see on our futurecast, though, tonight we're going to be mostly dry. A dry start to your weekend as well through noon. Then by tomorrow evening, some showers and storms will develop. And we're also going to have a higher chance of that as we get to Sunday. So keep that in mind for your outdoor plans. It won't be a washout, but definitely more widespread rain coming in late Sunday night. Then we'll be watching that cold front on Monday and Tuesday of next week. Once again, that will be bringing that higher rain chance on Tuesday, followed by some cooler temperatures thanks to all the clouds and rain. And you can see that here on the 10-day forecast. Highs once again getting back down to the low 80s with lows in the upper 60s.
All right. You know, we appreciate it, Jen. And those high temps you talked about really can be dangerous. Heat, energy, or illness is in play. Delilah James reports.
Record-breaking temperatures already today in the low country. 98 degrees recorded at the National Weather Center, Charleston, beating 2016 record high by 1 degree. And more hot weather is on the way.
Guess what? Summer's here this weekend. And we're going to face some record heat this weekend and really high humidity and really high heat indexes. So I think obviously we're encouraging people to stay cool, stay inside.
Experts recommend limiting time outdoors, but if you do go out, stay hydrated, wear loose light-colored clothing, and take frequent breaks. It's also important to listen to your body. Symptoms like dizziness, nausea, thirst, and weakness could signal heat exhaustion. More severe signs like confusion or loss of consciousness may indicate heat stroke and require immediate medical attention. Sunburns are also a major concern as they can trap heat, making it harder for your body to cool down.
So if you get a horrible sunburn, you may experience heat loss or heat exhaustion more quickly. So you want to apply sunscreen often, frequently, and a high SPF number.
Young children, the elderly, and people with certain medical conditions are especially vulnerable to the heat. So check on them frequently.
I think people in general just, maybe underestimate the dangers of the heat because I think, we are here in a warm climate and it's summertime and people are just always assuming, well, it's hot in Charleston, so what? But, heat is actually the #1 related weather hazard. So we really need to be looking out for one another.
And it's not just people at risk. Pets are also vulnerable in this extreme heat. Experts say if you do have outdoor animals, make sure they have a cool, shady place to relax and plenty of water. But if possible, try to limit your pet's time outdoors.
Avoiding the middle of the day where it's at its hottest. We want dogs to be able to go on walks in the morning or in the evenings after the sun goes down. Being mindful of where they're walking. Cement and pavement burns their paws very quickly. And we always say, if you can't handle the heat, they can't handle it. So if you're touching the pavement and it's too hot for your hands, it's way too hot for their paws.
Important advice there.
Great advice.
Up next, the World Cup bringing many international fans to the U.S.
How one man is using the occasion to raise awareness for mental health. After the break.
Coleman Services cares about our community, and our #1 priority this summer is keeping the AC on and the hot water flowing in your home or business. Coleman Services is proud to service the CSRA. Whether you're in Thompson, Harlem, Evans, Augusta, North Augusta, or beyond, call us anytime, day or night, 24/7, 365. At Coleman Services, you are our #1 customer. Coleman Services, your plumbing, heating, and AC pros.
You've just had a car wreck.
Does it for us for this half hour, but we have more coverage you can count on at 5:30.
Including an active shooter situation in Texas. We'll have...
The Live 5 for 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5:30.
I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping today's local headlines, Augusta University is helping introduce children to cybersecurity at an early age through its Viceroy Kids Camp. The week-long program teaches students coding, robotics, and internet safety. Skills organizers say they're becoming more important than ever. Congressman Rick Allen hosted a military signing ceremony today. It was a special honor for local students committed to serving their country. 6 students from across the CSRA were recognized for their appointments to U.S. military academies. A packed house today for the 18th annual Elder Rights Conference at the Columbia County Exhibition Center, designed to promote awareness of the growing issue of the abuse, neglect, and financial exploitation of older and disabled adults. We have these stories and more at 6, but first, coverage you can count on continues with an active situation unfolding in Midland. Time now for a first look at our forecast with Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Tracci, and it's pretty hot out there today.
Yeah, you can definitely feel the heat, but some of us are cooling down, and that's because of more cloud cover and also some rain. So right now on Live Viper 6, north of I-20 is completely dry, but we do have these pop-up showers and storms in our southern line counties, right around Midville down into Emmanuel and Jenkins County over the town of Millen. Now we have some rain, not seeing many lightning strikes luckily, so these storms are not very strong. Then we also have some showers over Allendale, heavier rain in Barnwell, and you can see that light rain coming down on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam at USC Salkehatchie in Allendale County. Very overcast skies as well. Now, as for the max temperatures so far today, you can see on our Live Viper 6 neighborhood network powered by Tempest, 101 in North Augusta, around 100 in downtown Augusta, but most of us got up to around 95 to 98 degrees today for those highs, and currently we're still sitting in the 90s, at least for most of us. 81 in Allendale with that rain, 80 in Augusta, but 95 in Aiken. And you can see the heat index currently still up to around 100 in Aiken, 102 in Edgefield, and 104 in McCormick. I'll have more details on the heat you can expect this weekend coming up, but back to you, Dee.
All right, thanks so much. We will see you in a few minutes. Let's see where we are here. President Trump is now public. The FDA has authorized the first generic over-the-counter treatment for dogs and cats against the dangerous flesh-eating parasite spreading in the Southwest. Screwworm burrows into living tissue and has already been found in cattle, a dog and a goat in Texas and New Mexico. Officials say the tablets can kill most larvae within hours and could help slow the pest spread. Experts warn the screwworm could threaten livestock and wildlife if it gains a larger foothold in the U.S. Well, the U.S. men's national team. Coming up, Apple showcasing apps. We'll take a look at what features they offer, smartphones, and a performance to kick off the World Cup. It's new and trending up next.
And the Tempest station on Vivian Drive in Aiken County picking up on 98 degrees outside, heat index of 112. But on the other hand, down in Barnwell County around US 278 in the town of Klein, we have only 80 degrees with some light showers around. I'll have more details on your forecast after what's trending.
Tonight, traffic down. With the star of the World Cup, soccer fever has taken over the country. And the Dodgers shared this video of them showing off their football skills. The number of players attempting to see who can juggle the ball the longest. Most could only do it a few times, with the lone exception being outfielder Andy Fajes, who was able to juggle the ball for an astonishing 83 times. If baseball doesn't work out, maybe soccer would work out for him. Well, some of the most popular apps start as a simple idea. Rich DeMuro shows us some of this year's Apple Design Award-winning apps.
There are so many apps available for Apple devices. How do you choose which ones to download? Well, today we are here at Apple Park at their famous observatory. Not everyone gets to go here, and we're talking to some award-winning developers. Let's go check out their apps.
Apple products for him. Well, some of the most popular apps start as a simple idea. Rich DeMuro shows us some of this year's Apple Design Award-winning apps.
There are so many apps available for Apple devices. How do you choose which ones to download? Well, today we are here at Apple Park at their famous observatory. Not everyone gets to go here, and we're talking to some award-winning developers. Let's go check out their apps.
Apple products like the iPhone, iPad, and Apple Watch wouldn't be the same without the millions of apps available.
It looks like a silly little dinky game, but there's a lot of depth. You're gonna laugh and you're gonna cry. I promise.
At Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference, app makers from around the world gather to learn about the latest tools and features. Inside Apple Park's underground observatory, I chatted with some of this year's award-winning developers.
We won the Best of App Store on iPad. It's an honor to be recognized.
If you've ever wanted to create videos for social media, the app Detail can help. It combines a camera app, teleprompter, and AI-powered editing tools into one package.
Think about video creation. There's all these little tools that you have to juggle, that you have to combine. What we try to do is take over that entire workflow and making it easier from the idea of making a video to the final content that you can share online.
Creating content has never been easier. When it comes to games,
Ginger's Garden is a 3D, very cozy, warm game for preschoolers.
kids can explore, complete tasks, and grow a garden.
Kids can just sit there and feel good about planting strawberries or hot dogs.
Wait, you can plant a hot dog?
You can plant a hot dog. That is one of the secrets that you find out.
The game is available through Apple Arcade, which means no ads or in-app purchases.
No fast dopamine hits. We really want to try to protect that slow-moving pace, encourage their creativity, their storytelling.
For a day on the water, there's Tide Guide.
Growing up, I would spend summers in Cape Cod, and I'd go fishing with my grandfather and watch him check the paper tide tables every day.
Now, a quick look at your phone or Apple Watch can show tides, sunrise and sunset, moon phases, and more.
Designed to be both simple and glanceable, but then also advanced if you need more precise and nuanced data.
This developer turned a simple idea into a successful one-person business and says you can do the same.
It's never been easier to build apps with the latest tools and frameworks, and so if you have an idea, go for it. Okay, so...
And that's all the time we have now for What's Trending. Still ahead, Jenna, with your full forecast.
I'm Mike Costello, and this is what we do. Car wrecks. Yes, car wrecks. So call or text us today or visit us at mycostellolawfirm.com. Costello. Car wreck. Car wreck? Costello.
The CSRA's favorite news app is now even better with easier access to local news, weather, and live streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. I'm tracking a few storms on this Friday evening, all to the south of Augusta and south of I-20. We do have a special weather statement now for this cell that is not only producing heavy rain and lightning, but also possibly producing up to 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts and pea-sized hail. The worst of this storm is currently located around Hilda and Barnwell, but you can also see some of that activity into Bamberg County as well, which is also included under the special weather statement until 6:30. Now, as we look to the south and west of us, Jenkins County also seeing some heavy rain and a few lightning strikes around the town of Millen. But Burke County, you're mostly dry. This is our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam. Definitely seeing those cumulonimbus clouds start to grow, though, and temperatures are cooler in places that are experiencing the rain. So that is at least giving us some heat relief. 80 degrees in Augusta, feeling like 84 with a south wind of 8 miles per hour. You can see around the CSRA, most of us are not at 80, though. We're seeing a lot of us in those upper 90s, especially north of I-20, 98 in Lincolnton, 97 in McCormick and Evans. We do have this minor disturbance along with AC breeze that is developing some of those isolated showers and storms. And then this weekend, we'll be watching the cold front that will stall out over our area, bringing us some higher rain chances. But once again, we could really use the rain because that will bring us some heat relief. We do have that high heat stress potential. It's in the dangerous level for most of us on our Saturday afternoon, and a similar forecast for Sunday as well. You can see from around noon to 6 p.m. tomorrow, actual temperatures between 95 to 97 degrees in Augusta, with that heat index around 103 to 105. So if you do want to spend some time outside this weekend, be sure to stay hydrated, apply sunscreen, wear lightweight, loose-fitting, and light-colored clothing, and be sure to take regular breaks and stay in the shade as much as possible. Only a couple degrees cooler on Sunday, and not much relief in the mornings. Our lows are going to be near record breaking when it comes to how warm they're going to be in the mid 70s. Also notice the rain chances this weekend a little bit higher than today, 30% on Saturday, 40% on Sunday. Our highest rain chance comes in on Tuesday, and that's going to be from a stronger cold front passage, which will finally knock our temperatures down a bit. So here's our futurecast tonight. Really not expecting much more activity once we get past sunset. As we go into tomorrow morning, also dry, staying that way through noon. But then once we get into the late afternoon and evening, especially our southern line counties, similar to what we're seeing today, we'll see some of those showers and storms develop as that cold front approaches, stalls out over our area, and also interacts with that sea breeze front. When you're headed out the door Sunday morning, we'll have a dry start then as well, but a bit more coverage as we go into our Sunday afternoon, especially by Sunday evening, a bit more widespread rain. But once again, a lot of this is only going to be impacting places south of I-20. Our northern counties staying dry, but as we go into Monday, this is when we're going to be watching another system. So scattered showers and storms Monday evening for all of us. And then here comes that stronger cold front I was talking about. That'll bring more widespread rain Tuesday afternoon. And speaking of the rain, we do have that one area to watch in the tropics still. This is now a broad area of low pressure around the Bay of Campeche, up to a 20% chance of development. And this could scoot along the Texas coast, other than still bringing us some tropical moisture, leading to some humidity next week and some slight rain chances. We're not going to have any direct impacts from that system if it even develops at all. Lows tonight, though, once again in the mid 70s. Highs tomorrow are going to be in the upper 90s. Our average high for this time of the year is 91 degrees, and we'll be closer to that by around Thursday through the following weekend, including Father's Day. But before we get to that, we will get a little bit of that heat relief with highs down to the low to mid 80s next Tuesday and Wednesday, Dee.
We like that.
Yes, looking good.
Thanks so much. Coming up, country singer Dolly Parton getting into a business that will help your 9 to 5. We'll have the story after the break.
Right now at Rooms.
Skills to Speed, sponsored by Tulsa Welding School, where skilled trade careers start.
There's tires rolling across in front of you. There's guys jumping out in front of you. There's cars leaving. They're going. So it's the pit road's unpredictable.
I've been really blessed throughout my career to actually be surrounded by phenomenal pit crews. It's a real team. It's really like a locker room mentality with all of those guys.
We executed that pit road cycle really well, got out front, and ended up winning the race, really in part because of that.
I think this is my favorite. What do you think of this one? From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
If you've ever felt
$7.95 in 3 finishes. A great price for a great style. Only at Rooms to Go.
If you needed a pep to your step, well, Dolly Parton has a new item for you, a new coffee brand. The country music icon announced the launch of Cup of Ambition, inspired by her hit song 9 to 5. The line will feature light, medium, and dark roast blends and will debut later this month at her Tennessean travel stop at Bauer. We'll have more coverage you can count on coming up next at 6, including a preview of the World Cup Team USA match. We'll have the details up next.
Follow News Channel 6 on Instagram.